1, 2, 3.
I've seen this perfect picture in my head, and after driving all night, now here it is. I can finally feel the sun kissing my skin, and I just wanna take it in. Yeah, I just wanna take it in. Breathe it in and out. This is what it's all about. These are the moments we live for. Once in a lifetime, everything we want and more. This is the start of a new day, the good life. Woo. These are the moments we live for.
All right, here we go. We're straight into it. Chloe and I have 2 weeks to explore sort of the North Queensland area. We've brought the trusty LDV. We're punching up the guts at the moment. We've just stopped in at Blackdown Tablelands. So we've head in there for a quick look and a swim at one of the waterholes we've seen. But yeah, this one's gonna be pretty good. If you've ever been to Blackdown Tablelands, you'd know there's some pretty cool waterholes and stuff like that. There is a long sort of dirt road in. It's about 15 clicks. It's 4-wheel drive recommended. We did make it in the van. It was a bit sketchy, but yeah, definitely can do it, and pretty keen to check out these waterholes.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way, and we got no reason to wait. Let the journey take you where it wants to. We'll continue to find our way through anything we face. We got what it takes. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight.
Well, there you go, Blackdown Tablelands National Park. It is an absolute hike from anywhere. However, we saw heaps of pictures and videos on social media and we couldn't miss it. Definitely was worth it. That main sort of photographed area isn't signposted, but it's really easy to find. And then that Rainbow Falls, the one that is signposted, it's good enough anyway. So we got a little bit of a trek out of here on that dirt road now, but we're gonna make our way to the coast. So yeah, we'll see you soon.
Filled with wonder, now we finally see we got everything we need. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go.
So after Blackdown Tablelands, we pretty much hooked it to the coast. If you've ever been to Mackay, you'd know that there wasn't any reason to stick around there. So we went a little bit further up. We're at Airlie Beach at the moment. As soon as we got here, sun came out, we were straight into holiday mode. This place is absolutely unreal. We've had a beer. We're gonna have a bit more of a look around. And then I think the goal is Lake Prosepine for tonight.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds. We're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming now. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
All right, so we've come into Lake Prosepine for the night, and what a wicked little camp. Nice grassy patch, water is right there. $15 per person per night. That's with showers, toilets, all the usual stuff. There's heaps of boats out there, water sports and all that. Lake Prosepine is actually famous for its barra fishing. Apparently it's not uncommon to catch like a metre barra. I'm spewing, I didn't bring my rods. I definitely should have, but I've got them packed for another trip that's coming up later in the year. But yeah, wicked little spot, nice hills on the outside. It's gonna be really cool to watch the sun go down here, I reckon.
Let me take you there. Every second, every minute, every hour, we're gonna watch the world turn around. Feel the moment, feel the people, feel the power. We're gonna watch the world turn around. Days that go by, spark into fire, dancing with the flames, lights a little blaze. Sometimes all the dreams you're chasing catch up and you need escaping. Let me take you there. Every second, every minute, every hour, we're gonna watch the world turn around. Feel the moment, feel the people, feel the power.
All right, so we've come into Townsville. Now, I have been here before, and it is a pretty cool little town with a fair bit to do. We just went out to the casino and where the barge leaves from Magnetic Island. We're not going to do Magnetic Island today, just with how much time we got. We might do it on the way back if we get a chance. But we are going to check out Castle Hill, Kissing Point, obviously the Strand and everything, and then we're going to catch up with a friend for dinner tonight, so it should be good.
Are you where you wanna be? Seeing what you wanna see. Won't you let me take you there? Won't you let me take you there? Are you where you wanna be? Seeing what you wanna see. Won't you let me take you there? Every second, every minute, every hour, we're gonna watch the world turn around.
So we've come up the top of Castle Hill. There's heaps of walking tracks up, except we were a bit lazy. We decided to drive up. Once you get up here, there's heaps of different vantage points around the whole joint. And yeah, definitely a really cool spot to be able to see the whole of Townsville. Obviously you can see the Strand down there, Magnetic Island and the port. So yeah, real cool to just be able to see the whole entire area. All right, so we got up a little bit earlier this morning to head into Little Crystal Creek and try and beat the crowds. As we were heading in, we were met with a road closed sign, which sucked because that was one of sort of the main waterfalls or swimming spots we wanted to go to. We have come down to Big Crystal Creek though, and yeah, it's pretty specky. It's nice sort of big swimming holes, and yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Cold as winter in the dead of July. That bitter chill don't just live in my mind, and I can see us taking over the world. I know loss have looked pain in the eye. I've seen the demons that live in the night. But if I was king of the world, all the tales that have never been told, build up fires to keep away the cold. We'll sing songs that will never get old. We'll be here forever. We'll rule the world together forever with hearts of gold.
All right, so we've come into Behana Falls, and unfortunately this one's closed as well. There is some sort of cascades and rock pools that you can have a look at, but yeah, it's all closed off. We were thinking of just heading past the sign and going for a look, but they've got the trail cams up and I'm not feeling that ballsy, so I think we'll just tick this one up as a loss.
But I found truth buried deep inside of my bones. Lonely.
All right, Right, so we've come into Wallaman Falls. Now, Wallaman Falls is the largest single drop waterfall in Australia, so we're pretty keen to come in and check it out. We just talked to the ranger then. Apparently the walk to the bottom of the falls is actually closed, which sucks. Obviously just with this bad weather that they've had up here recently, yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. However, we can still go to the lookout and give it a look, so we'll check it out.
We'll sing songs that will never get old. We'll be here forever. We'll rule the world together forever. With hearts of gold, who needs any treasure? We'll take our time, just living our lives. A castle in the sky. If I was king of the world, one day beliefs change and all that was once great, it seemed to just fade away. I'm feeling so alive in this castle in the sky. All the tales that have never been told build up fast.
Right, so we just made it into Mission Beach. We were meant to be staying there the night, however, due to the waterfalls being closed, we got in pretty early. We just filled up, checked out the beach, and we decided we're gonna make our way into the Atherton Tablelands. There's a few waterfalls up there we wanna check out, so we figured we may as well start heading that way and find a camp a bit closer to it.
Any treasure, we'll take our time, just living our lives. A castle in the sky. If I was rule the world together forever, with hearts of gold, who needs any treasure? We'll take our time, just living our lives. A castle in the sky. If I was king of the world.
Taste the stars and run down tomorrow. Time isn't waiting. If we do, we'll never know.
So after Alinga Falls, we came into Milla, and I don't know if you can hear that, but the rain has well and truly set in. We did go down and have a quick look at the waterfalls. It is definitely the most perfect waterfall I've ever seen. It's like a perfect swimming hole at the bottom, and the water is like evenly cascading the whole way across. There was heaps of people down there, a few tourist buses and stuff, so we decided to come back up. We're gonna chill in the van for sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe watch a movie, and then hopefully we can head down and get the whole joint to ourselves.
You've got a voice, so use it. Here we go. Don't look down, we're lifting off the ground. Here we go. We're moving through the sky from the highest heights. Here we go. We'll shine brighter than the northern lights. Celestial diamonds, so we burn so bright. We burn so bright. Is this noise or is it music? You've got a voice, so use it. Here we go.
After having the little treat of Milla Falls to ourselves, we headed into the township last night and got dinner at the pub and just sort of chilled out for the afternoon. This morning we've come into Windin Falls. This is probably our biggest hike for the trip. It's only 10.5, but should take us about 2-3 hours. Windin Falls is pretty cool. Looks like a mad infinity pool with a really cool lookout. And yeah, definitely getting a feel for why they call it the Misty Mountains this morning. Well, if I had to describe Windon Falls in 2 words, it would be blood pumping. It was a bit of a walk in, and then yeah, looking over those rocks was really, really cool. The plan was to go for a swim, but with all the rain we've had, the water was pumping, and I have even heard of a few people falling off in the past. And yeah, it was really cool to see a cassowary on the way in. We've called him Craig, so we'll see if we can catch him on the way out.